Hey, everybody, welcome back to Frank Presents the Play Call. I'm joined with Bree today. We're kind of short-staffed. Hi, Bree. How you doing?
I got a new wall.
Yes. Doesn't her wall look amazing? Look, Bree
That
has
that
been
that that
putting
that that, that cord is gonna be hidden, and I'm gonna put like a little bookshelf, not like a little table at the bottom,
Mhm.
and then I'm gonna put a little like a bigger floating shelf like right in the middle with my Steelers helmet signed by Ryan Shazier.
Oh, that's gonna be dope. That
It's
is gonna
coming a
be
long
dope.
way. My room is so cute. It's me. It's completely me. Nothing girly and glamorous. That ain't me.
Okay. I was trying to get the wireless mic going so I get this out of my way. Um, yeah, so last week we didn't record. We had a lot of stuff going on. Bree had family in town.
Nikki got pinned to
Yes, Nikki
Chief.
got pinned to Chief. That's where I was at. And June had daddy-daughter dance Friday, so I was out of town coming back Saturday. So we just decided to take a week off pretty much. And so this episode we're gonna recap week 3 and week 4 and discuss some of the news. It's just us, so we're gonna do it like we used to do and keep it pushing. So I'm gonna pass over to Bree. Uh
Okay.
so Bree can do it.
So week 3. All right. So on Thursday, the 49ers beat the Giants 30-12. On Sunday, the Steelers beat the Raiders 23-18. The Browns beat the Titans 27-3. The Lions beat the Falcons 20-6. The Packers beat the Saints 18-17. The Dolphins beat the Broncos 70-20. The Chargers beat the Vikings 28-24. The Patriots beat the Jets 15-10. The Bills beat the Commanders 37-3. Texans beat the Jaguars 37-17. Colts beat the Ravens 22-19 in overtime. The Seahawks beat the Panthers 37-27. The Chiefs beat the Bears 41-10. And the Cardinals beat the Cowboys 28-16. And on Monday, September 25th, the Eagles beat the Bucks 25-11. And the Bengals beat the Rams 19-16. So we can talk about a few of those games from week 3 before we do week 4. Recaps in on week 3. Nikki ended up winning the pick'ems with 12 correct predictions.
That's good. I'm gonna look some stuff up because week 3 was week 3. I mean, as far as my team goes, you know, you just gotta enjoy it and take the good with the bad. No, I think this season's a wash. I'll be the first to admit it. Defense is taking hits. Gonzalez is gone now. Obviously, we're gonna probably discuss that. Judon's out. So we beat the Jets. That's not a big whoop-de-doo. We scored 15 points. I don't think the Patriots scored more than 20 points in a game yet. And that's kind of crazy to say that, right? Because you got this offense. Okay, I'm lying. Yeah, no, not more than 20 points. They scored 20 against the Eagles, 17 against the Dolphins, 15 against the thing, and 3 against the. Well, we'll talk about that. But anyways, so the biggest thing for me that week, in week 3, was probably the way the. Let me see. Yep, the Dolphins manhandled the Broncos. It was embarrassing. 70-20. They could have broke the record if they would have just kicked a field goal. And Mike McDaniels was like, "Oh no, we didn't want to disrespect them or this thing, so we didn't break the record." But you're in the stands.
Yeah, you're in the stands having fans pick plays from your play card.
Yeah, like that's disrespectful. I don't know if it's in the notes or not, but we got time. It's just us. I think the Broncos in that game. I mean, the Patriots kept the Dolphins to 24, 25 points. The Bills, well, we'll talk about that, but they're not. I mean, was it the defense let them down? Was it? I don't know. 70-20. That's not just a offensive debacle. Um, yeah,
Not at all.
no. And that's the biggest one for me. The biggest disappointment, I guess, in that week was that game right there. You expect more out of a team, organization. Maybe the next one be Baker Mayfield and the Bucks versus the Eagles. They, barely did anything. I think he has probably his worst game of the season through his throwing picks. And I mean, Jalen Hurts didn't play good either. He had 227 yards with 1 touchdown and 2 picks. So it wasn't like he had a great game either. But, those two teams kind of disappointing in a sense, the Broncos and the Bucks in week 3.
For week 3, my highlighted games, of course, Steelers defeating the Raiders. That was the only game we've had this season where our offense was doing something and they look like an offense. And the only reason why is because Mike Tomlin had the play card in his hand for the first time, calling plays, and it worked out in our favor. Our defense also did pretty good, but that doesn't take away that the Raiders looked also really, really good. That was a good game. It was a close game. We still have a lot of work we need to do. But I was happy with how our offense played in week 3 versus how they played in week 1 and week 2. Yeah, we won in week 2, but our offense we won in week 2 against the Browns because of the defense. If it wasn't for the defense, we wouldn't have won, to be honest with you. 2 out of the 3 touchdowns against the Browns were defensive touchdowns. 1 pick six and 1 fumble recovery touchdown. So we would have lost that game if it wasn't for our defense. And I'm happy we have such a strong defense and strong players on our defense, but we can't always rely on the defense. The quarterback and the offense has to do their job. Their job is to score. The defense job is to stop from scoring. Another game, there's 2 more games that really stood out to me. The second game is Saints at Packers. That was a good game. It was Jordan Love's debut home game as the starting quarterback. It was 17-0 up into the 4th quarter, and the Packers scored 18 unanswered points in the 4th quarter. Jordan Love had 259 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. But Olave for the wide receiver for New Orleans also took off that game. I think the defense for the Saints got complacent because the score was 17-0 up into the 4th quarter, that they were like, oh yeah, we got this game, we won, But 4th quarter comebacks are always iconic. And that was a good, amazing ending to that game and a good victory for the Packers. And the next game I want to touch on that really stood out to me was Texans versus Jaguars. In that game, week 3, CJ Stroud got his groove. He knows what he's doing now. He got his groove. He is playing like an NFL quarterback. We'll speak a little bit more on week 4 when it comes to him, but he is playing NFL caliber and he got his groove really quick. That entire team, that offense, especially in Houston, is clicking, and they are clicking really well. D'Amico, the head coach, he knows what he's doing over there. I still think CJ Stroud should have been the number 1 draft pick overall. And when we get into week 4, I'll explain why. But he's doing his thing, and shout out to CJ Stroud. And also that Texas defense is pretty good too.
Texas is coming around pretty good. I haven't watched many of their games, but D'Amico Ryan's over there. He's doing a good job, even though he's a defensive coach. The offense is starting to work, and it's going to come together. I hate to say this, but maybe by next year, Jags might not have the hold in the South like a lot of people think they're going to have with the Texans coming up. And they have all this money because they don't have to pay the quarterback right now, So they still have money to go out and build on that. I think that anybody that sees any kind of success in that team this year could be like, well, you know what? I'm a veteran player that could bring some expertise. Maybe looking to go somewhere where I can make an impact, possibly win, or teach somebody how to win. I'm going to go there, And that could be the difference in that team going to the next level or not,
All right, now we're going to get into week 4. So week 4, on Thursday, the Lions beat the Packers 34-20. On Sunday, October 1st, the Texans beat the Steelers 30-6. The Jags beat the Falcons 23-7. The Bills beat the Dolphins 48-20. The Broncos beat the Bears 31-28. The Ravens beat the Browns 28-3. The Titans beat the Bengals 27-3. The Rams beat the Colts 29-23. The Bucks beat the Saints 26-9. The Eagles beat the Commanders in overtime 34-31. The Vikings beat the Panthers 21-13. The Chargers beat the Raiders 24-17. The Cowboys beat the Patriots 38-3. The 49ers beat the Cardinals 35-16. The Chiefs beat the Jets 23-20. And on Monday, October 2nd, the Seahawks beat the Giants 24-3. And Frank won week 4 predictions with a total of 13 correct predictions. So all of our records are 1-4.
So I think for me that week, obviously my team getting beat the way they did. At first, they were moving the ball pretty good, and then it just went downhill from there. Mac Jones had 2 interceptions. I can't say that it's not. Now you have an offensive coordinator. So what are you doing? You know, what are you going to do? You started getting beat. You stopped running the ball with Zeke. You stopped running the ball with Ramondre Stevenson. Everybody said the way to get to Micah Parsons is run the ball at him, and people we went away from that. My concern, and this is where I kind of get upset with Bill, is you're the general manager. Why don't you bring in a true wide receiver one? That's not to say that Kendrick Bourne isn't one or that Devontae Parker isn't one, but they're not one. They're not. There's nothing scary about our offense. So if you stop the run game, and now you got McCorkle out there looking like he can't throw the ball, so now people are not going to be scared of the pass game. So I can load the box. Your biggest threat is the run. I'm going to load the box. I'm not going to let you run it. Now I'm going to force you to throw it, but you have nobody with separation. You have nobody with separation. And I felt like what he was doing when he threw those 2 picks is he wasn't even going through his progression. I felt that he got so, what's the word I'm looking for? Tunnel vision with the one receiver. That's all he looked at. He didn't look off the safety. He didn't try to do anything to create to scheme it to where he can get the ball to the receiver. And it made Dallas look so great that everybody was talking about, oh my God, it demolished the Patriots. First off, like I was saying earlier, from recapping week 3, we haven't scored more than 20 points in a game yet. So if I'm a defense or I'm a team going to play the Patriots, all I got to do is keep them under 20 and I'm going to win the game. So that's not a big deal. Now, if he was doing if we were scoring like the Dolphins, and the Bills did with the Dolphins, like what the Bills did to the Dolphins, that's something worth talking about. But with the Patriots, no, it's not even a thing. It's not a thing at all. Yeah, so that's the biggest thing for me that week was that game, and then again the Bills dismantling the Dolphins was dope to see that. I think Josh Allen that's not giving the ball up and not creating turnovers and protecting the ball, and they're scoring. I mean, look, Diggs had 120 yards with 3 touchdowns. Allen had 320 yards with 4 touchdowns. Whenever you get that production, bro, that team is unstoppable. And then you have the defense that's going to do what it does, So that's my 2 biggest things. Deshaun Watson in play, so I'm not going to talk about that. Excuse me. Oh, the Bengals.
Yeah, what's going on with the Bengals?
Yep, the Bengals are 1-3. Joe Burrow looked completely horrible against the Titans. Jamar Chase isn't happy. It goes back to the calf sprain. And they said, why don't you sit out the first 5 weeks? And I'd rather have a healthy Burrow than to have an injured Burrow. And Burrow's like, well, I just got paid. I don't want to sit on the bench. They just paid me. But listen, bro, now you're playing and they can't protect you, which I don't understand. How is that you have him on your offense and you can't even protect him? You could have won a Super Bowl if you was able to protect them. You could have probably won last year if you was able to protect them. You're not protecting him, and he's getting hurt on top of that because he can't scramble out the pocket. So, that's the biggest thing to me is like, man, and that's Joe Burrow in there. I could understand they beat a backup, but they didn't beat a backup. They beat the starter. And they beat him like he 27-3. Man, they made Tannehill went for 240 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception.
Mm-hmm. Derrick Henry, 22 carries, 122 yards, 1 touchdown.
Yep.
Jamar Chase had 7 receptions and 73 yards total.
Yep. But you know how you stop Henry from running that ball like that? You put up points by passing the ball, and then they can't run the ball no more. They're going to pass. And now you force Tannehill to be somebody he's not. But they put up 21 points on him on the second quarter. That's crazy. That's just my take for week 4.
My take for week 4 is, of course, I'm going with my game, 30-6 to the Texans. Fire Matt Canada. Fire Matt Canada. There is no reason for us to continue to have him as our offensive coordinator. Something that Stephen A. Smith did say on First Take was that since we hired Matt Canada in 2020-2021 season, the Steelers have not had a 400-yard passing game. Every team in the NFL since then has had at least one, so we've had 0. Now, we have such great weapons on our offense, and it is sickening to see that our offense cannot get it together. You know, he is the issue. He is the problem. Prime example, week 3, they did not let him call any plays. Mike Tomlin had the play card in his hand for the first time since 2018, calling the offensive plays. And look at our offense. We have talent. We have weapons, you know. He's our issue. We're going 3 and out every single play. And our defense is getting tired. So, of course, the Texans are going to run all over our defense. They get 30-second breaks, and then they have to go right back out there. That's not okay. That is not fine. That's not okay. So I was very, very, very disgusted with the performance that the Pittsburgh Steelers did have on Sunday. We better get it together because we have the Ravens this week. So we better get it together. It's a divisional game. I know those are different, but we better get it together. But on the other side, shout out to CJ Stroud. He had 306 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then Pierce had 24 carries for 81 yards. And then their wide receiver Collins had 168 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Texans have it together. The Texans are a team to look out for and to watch out for. They made power moves in the drafts. They made power moves during the offseason, and they are proving it. So big shout out to the Texans. They are doing everything right. D'Amico is doing everything right over there. Another game that I want to talk about is the Jets and the Chiefs. I feel like the Jets got cheated. I'm not even gonna lie. They got cheated. There was a evident holding call that allowed Patrick Mahomes to run like 30 yards that they did not call. And then they waited until to see if the pass was going to be intercepted before they threw that flag against
Of course.
Sauce Gardner. The Jets could have won that game. It would have been amazing to watch the Jets win that game. It would have been iconic. They did good. Zach Wilson had a phenomenal game, 245 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's the best he's done. Pacheco also had a great game for the for the Kansas City Chiefs. And Lazard also got a touchdown. So I want the Jets to do better. They were so hyped on this offseason due to Aaron Rodgers, but with him, hurt, they gotta keep it up. Don't let the hurtness of Aaron Rodgers be the reason why you guys have a downfall. So that's it. And the Seahawks destroyed the Giants. It got so bad that I started feeling bad for Daniel Jones. I felt completely bad for him, when he runs the ball, they do amazing. The minute he throws the ball is when everything goes wrong. And 2 of the second interception that he threw was his wide receiver's fault, not his. I will say that. He has Darren Waller, but they don't have no true weapons on that offense for him. And it's like he runs the ball, he gets them in first down or gets them in the red zone. He throws the ball, it's either picked or incomplete pass. So he's not a bad quarterback. 203 yards, 2 interceptions. The wide receivers need to learn how to run their routes, and that offense need to get it together.
So let's talk about the Jets. Because I missed that. I
Yeah,
thought it was gonna
Frank
be a
was like
blowout.
this.
Yeah, I was asleep. I was asleep. I forgot what I took. Yeah, I forgot what I took, but I know I had a few drinks too. I think I took some Z-Quil. I'm not sure, but anyways, um, I was out. I was tired. I was beat. I was passed out. So I would have been mad if I would have saw it. And look, in football, any sport, a little bit of luck goes a long way. Okay, but I would say, and if anybody wants to argue, we could. The Chiefs do get away with a lot of holding calls. Not just this year, last year. Um, the call with Sauce. I saw the play. They should never threw the flag. I looked at the replay, but you want to ensure the team wins. No, don't do that. Don't jerk these guys out of it. Um, don't take away from them playing this game. Like you said, that win by the Jets, if they would have been able to upset the Chiefs, what that could have did for the confidence of someone, the boost of
Yeah.
someone. We're not saying that the Jets would have went to the Super Bowl, but you not throwing that flag or you calling a hold, because there's a reason why he gets so open. It's not because it's not all the time because they're covering downfield.
I think it was just everyone was so mad about the flag. I'm gonna find a clip so I can show you. The ref, the holding that they gave Sauce was like way before he even threw the pass for it to be intercepted. So the way the rest was looking was he was waiting to see if the ball was going to be intercepted or incomplete. And the minute the ball was picked is when he threw the flag.
Yeah,
But
to
the
help him out.
holding that he called on Sauce happened like 15 seconds before the interception. That's why everybody was in a ruckus because of that.
Yeah, he was just trying to see if it's going to be impacted or not. So I'm looking at the stats. Mahomes threw for he netted 197 yards. He went 18 of 30. His average was 6.8. He had one touchdown, two interceptions, and a fumble. He was sacked one time for 6-yard loss, and he had a QBR of 65 and a rating of 63. Zach Wilson went 20 of 39, so he missed 11. 200, he netted 228 yards. He averaged 6.3. He threw for 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, sacked twice for a loss of 17 yards, and had a QBR of 66 and a rating of 105.2. The only category that I see that on offense that they outplayed the Jets was rushing. They had 204 rushing, with Mahomes having 51, Pacheco having 115, Sky Moore 19, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire having 12, and McKinnon having 7. I just feel, to me, you can't do players like that. I'm sorry, you can't take that away from them. They out there training. It's the Chiefs are going to be okay. You know what I'm saying? If they lose a game, it's okay. But I just feel like they're just trying to protect them, like they did for the Patriots for so many years, the Colts for others. Every team had their chance. At one point or another, when you got the favorite quarterback on the field. But don't do that to them, man. It sucks.
You want to be co-host so I can show you Sauce Gardner's tweet from it?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Let me get this here. And then the other thing that I wanted to talk about, we already said the Bengals. So with the Steelers, they don't typically get rid of coaches and coordinators like that. Do you think that the ownership or the general manager is going to end up having to do it if it continues going the way it's going?
Yeah.
Do you think Tomlin would advocate for that? Because the way I see it is,
for Omar, yeah.
But the thing is, at this point, he's at jeopardy of losing his consecutive winning seasons.
Yes, big jeopardy. I sent the clip over to Frank and them yesterday. Matt Canada was celebrating the win over the Raiders, and Chris Boswell said it wasn't because of you, and I can guarantee you that. He was fired. Canada was trending for 3 days straight in the United States. Number 3 trending in the United States. Yes, he's the problem. He's the big problem. Our defense is good. Our defense lacked so bad because, like I said, we went 3 and out every single time our offense went on the field.
Yeah,
and our defense had to cope. They didn't have a chance to
Yeah.
rest, take a break, drink water, nothing. Tie their cleat, nothing.
Yeah, examine like the little pictures on the tablet, nothing. They have time to prepare for the next drive.
Mm-mm. Nope. Okay, so screen, start broadcast. All right, do you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So Sauce Gardner tweeted, since we're commenting, let me say it from my perspective. For starters, it was about 5 to 7 yards from the line of scrimmage, not 15. 2, I extended my arms and he made the choice to lean on me with all of his weight, which caused my hand to slide to the back of his pad, not his neck. I didn't grab him. I actually made a conscious effort to remove my right arm, as you can see in this video. Then he tried to swim with his right hand and I pushed his arm down with my left hand, laughing my ass off. There y'all have it. It was not a holding or illegal contact. Oh, my fault. It was holding because he threw the flag. And so this is the video that.
That's not holding me.
And the ball wasn't even intercepted yet.
Yeah,
like
he was
the pick wasn't even like nowhere near to be.
Yeah, he was like had his hand on him, and then he cut inside. So if you cut inside naturally, I'm a wrap, right? But he doesn't even clinch. His hand is still open. It was the receiver. That was a veteran move. Who was that? Valdez Scanlon? Yeah, it's a veteran move. He knew that. And that's what them quarterbacks do. We've said it plenty of times. You know, if you want to get the PI, if you got like a 3rd and 18, 20 yard and you want to get that PI, throw the ball short, deep, make the receiver have to come back. The defender's not watching for the ball yet. So he's there in front, it blocks him, it's a PI, and you get the first down. This is typical. This is what the referees have to be smart, right? The refs have to be smart and make a decision that right there stop him from catching the ball. Did it impede him from? Did it stop him from catching the ball? Did it prevent him from running his route? Yeah, you got what, 5 yards, within 5 yards to touch somebody, or within the first 10 to bump them, and then it's not a holding. That was them securing the bag for the Chiefs. If he would have caught it, there wouldn't be no flag. If he would have missed it, there would have been a flag, and if he intercepted it, it would have been a flag. That was the whole thing, to help Mahomes out.
Yep.
So, bless you.
Okay. So next topic. Hold on, June sent me something to talk about on the podcast.
June?
Yeah, I'll talk about this.
What he said?
Let me send it to myself. Okay, so next topic we could talk about is Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are officially dating, and the NFL is making it all about her. I like Taylor Swift. A lot of people are angry, and I understand why, because people who love and enjoy football like us is now not football when everything is about Taylor Swift. Isaiah Pacheco got a touchdown and they showed Taylor Swift. Everything is about her. Now, I would say that I think the world's going crazy because Taylor Swift has never really been public with her relationships. Week 3 was her first NFL game that she's ever attended. But also, you can't get mad at Taylor when she hasn't said a word. All she's doing is going to the games and watching it. She's not telling people to put the camera on her. She's not talking about on a podcast with her brother, cough, cough, she's doing absolutely nothing. She's just existing. And if anything, be mad at the commentators for bringing her up every 5 seconds. Be mad at the cameraman for showing Taylor every 5 seconds. Be mad at Travis Kelce for talking about it on his podcast to boost more ratings and bring all the Swifties over there so they can hear him talk about Taylor, X, Y, and Z. And she's doing absolutely nothing. I understand, like, Yeah, it's annoying, but don't get mad at her when she's doing absolutely nothing but just breathing and existing. She's not talking about it. She hasn't made one post, not one, nothing at all. So, um, I don't know. I like Taylor Swift. The couple to me is weird. Taylor's Travis Kelce also did state that he's gained a lot more clout dating Taylor than he did winning the Super Bowl. So I think he's also clout feeding off of it, the fame that he's also riding to it. I think he does like her for her personality because they were a secret for so long until she went to the game. But I like Taylor Swift. I just want the NFL to stop making it about her.
Well,
And
that's the
but
effect.
I ain't mad at her. She get her coins, but don't for anybody listening, it's not Taylor's fault. She's doing absolutely nothing wrong.
She it's the effect. It's the effect. And I think it's I mean, I don't really have much to say on it. Taylor Swift, I ain't got no beef for her. Travis Kelce, I just find it interesting. Um, and of course he's loving it, he's loving it. Like you said, his ratings are up. They're getting more.
And he talked about like how much fame and clout he's gotten dating her.
Yeah. Like she definitely
That's a red
upgraded
flag
him.
right there. I'm sorry, that's a red flag. That's a
Um,
huge red flag.
he of course it's helping him out. It's helping the team out. Sales went up almost 807%. Um,
Their home
she
games are sold out.
Yeah, whole games is sold out because she's gonna be there, which is crazy. It's funny
No,
how.
but she's about to start her tour.
But so the thing about it is, right? That's funny to me is here you got Mahomes winning you 2 Super Bowls. Those games should be sold out anyways. You know what I'm saying? Your team is winning. Like when you go into NFL season, the Chiefs are the team that people are talking about. Oh, Super Bowl Chiefs, AFC Championship Chiefs. So them tickets should be sold out anyways. They should be, you shouldn't be able, you should be on a waiting list. But then she comes along, and of course he's loving it. His ratings probably for his podcast has gone up. His
Big
jersey
time. His
sales.
jerseys sell 400%. He's gained almost 1 million followers on Instagram.
Yeah, come
And
on now. I mean, he's gonna lose it all once she leaves him. It'll be back. They'll be burning his jersey and stuff. But
yeah.
hey, you know what? I want them to be happy. I hope that she and him are having a good relationship, and I hope he's happy, she's happy, and they having a happy relationship. I really don't have much to say about it except to stop jerking other players off so that y'all could win. But that'd be hypocritical on my part. So it is what it is.
Sauce Gardner also tweeted, but he ended up deleting it that maybe if I was a Swiftie, that flag would have
Yeah.
been thrown on me.
And I would never take it off. Listen, what Travis gonna do? Fight you? He ain't gangster. That he's not built like that. It's a game. He knows what's up. They know what's up. Those teams know what's up. The Super Bowl, that hold they called, they know what's up with that. The hit or out of bounds to help Mahomes get closer. Everybody knows what's up with that. Everybody knows that Mahomes has times when he's running out of bounds. He waits to see if you're gonna hit him, and he'll either step out of bounds or when you hold up, he'll cut back in and try to run for more yards. So no, listen, they know what's up. They do it all the time. Taylor Swift, keep going to the games, girl. Keep going.
Yes. Now we have JC Jackson gets traded to the Patriots for a 4th-round pick in the 2024 NFL draft. So how do you feel about that new addition?
I feel no way about it. To be honest with you, he was good with us. That's what got him the bag. Frankie sent me something when the trade happened. I'm gonna see if I find it. Hold on. And it's I'm gonna see if I can share it. I don't even know how to share my screen, but I can airdrop it and share it. Hold on. Did I have oh my God, right here. So basically it's like a little diagram of like a thing, right? And hold on, let me see if I could save the picture, save the photo. Okay, let me airdrop it to myself, and I'll share my screen. It is crazy how he this look, and it's the typical Patriot way, Belichick's way of doing things. Oh, let me see. I was. Oh, there it goes. Okay. All right. Let me open it up. Oh, hold on. And this is what happens with all his players, right? They get the money, and then they go somewhere else, and then it fails, and they come back. So look, it says, play well for the Patriots, secure the bag elsewhere, suck with a new team, get cut, return to the Patriots for cheap. That's the truth, and that's what they do. They needed to do that with Gonzalez out. They needed help in the secondary, especially with Judon not being there to apply the pressure. I'm surprised they didn't go after Jamie Collins. He just retired, and now they need that help. So he knows the system. He knows Belichick. It's okay, but my biggest concern is the offense. We have good running backs. I think we have good tight ends, but we don't have a true wide receiver one. So why are you not trading for a wide receiver one? Why are you not going after, hey, a Marquise Brown? Go after him. Go after somebody else. I don't know. Find somebody. There's teams out there that are willing to part ways, and get Mac Jones a wide receiver one, or get him a better offensive line. Find a piece that's missing, because as long as they keep going that way, it is what it is. I don't expect much. Honestly, I'm already counting the season as a wash, and I'm preparing myself to be very disappointed the rest of the season. And it's only week 5.
All right. Also, we have Chase Claypool got traded to the Miami Dolphins.
I like that.
I do too. Shout out to Chase Claypool. I love that. Next, we have in the first public comment since June, Colts running back Jonathan Taylor told reporters it feels really good to be healthy. The main goal was to be healthy and play football, and that he's physically ready to play with the Colts.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that return. And showing them, I want to see what that looks like. Colts are looking good. Anthony Richardson is playing pretty good. They've been surprising, to be honest with you. It's kind of hard. I sometimes doubt should I pick against them, because when I have, they come through and they actually play pretty good, and you're like, oh wow. So with Jonathan Taylor, it's going to make it better. I still don't know who the wide receiver one is, the receiving core. So, but we'll see. I mean, it's in his best interest to play the game if he wants that big contract later, So to go from there.
Yes. Okay. Already talked about those. Okay, now we'll do this picture since rookie ratings. So we'll do these two. So the first one. All right. So I already voted for mine, but looking at this picture, who would you vote? Who would you say is the rookie of the week for week 4? So you have CJ Stroud, Devon Achane, Anthony Richardson, Bijan Robinson, Devin Witherspoon, or Puka Nacua.
Well,
I say CJ Stroud. Well, I love Nacua too, but
I'm about to say, this dude's a problem, and now they get Cooper Kupp back.
Yep,
Both
Cooper Kupp's 21-day window had opened up this week. So, yes, but rookie of the week, I would definitely have to say CJ Stroud.
I mean,
for me.
You're going to go with the quarterback. I mean, that's just what it is. I don't see he just won. What's his record? Texas is 2-2 right now. His stats are pretty good.
There's won back-to-back games. Well, and their wins were, hold on 1 second, Frank.
Well, on the season, while you look that up, on the season, he's already at 1,212 passing yards with 6 touchdowns. The dude, he's a problem. We're being honest. He's doing pretty good. Again, people don't realize that this is a guy that's just started playing in a team that was horrible last year, and that's where he's at. I want to see seasoned leaders, quarterbacks.
Look, I meant to put this one up here too. So it says CJ Stroud is the only sixth player in NFL history. I forgot what the rest of it was, but let me find it on Instagram because I took a screenshot of it. Hold on. What was the Instagram? ESPN NFL. Okay.
Yeah,
I
sure.
forgot, but he's up there with those people. He got to be an icon. Let me.
Not throwing an interception within a certain amount of completions. That's what
Is
it
it
was.
really?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh yeah. In the
Yeah,
first three games too, I think.
something like
No
that. Yeah.
interceptions in the first 3 games.
He's number 5 in passing yards as a quarterback. Touchdowns, he's not up there because you got Kirk Cousins with 11 and Justin Fields with 11. I think those are the two the most right now. And then interceptions, he only has 0. So I want to say, when it comes down to it, I'm trying to find his name because they have him mixed in with anybody who doesn't have a. Let me do it this way. Hold on. So obviously, some of these guys are not even starters. So I think he's the only quarterback that hasn't thrown an interception. No, him and Brock Purdy. Actually, no,
Mhm.
yeah, him and Brock Purdy, the only 2 quarterbacks that are starters that haven't thrown an interception. Geno, Dak, Jameis Winston started, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, Aiden O'Connell, and Anthony Richardson all have only 1 interception on the season. So CJ's playing well, man. I mean, it's a hard. His completion percentage is pretty horrible, but yeah, I will go with him. Second, the Nakua guy,
Mhm.
and then Devin
The one.
has
Mhm.
Devon Achane has really stepped up big time for them.
Yes, he has.
He has definitely stepped up.
Look at the anger in his eyes. Rawr.
Yeah, he's like, I'm here. You're not gonna take my job. He's number 6 in rushing right now. And he's only played 3 games?
Mhm.
That's crazy.
All right. And then this is the top rookies at the quarter mark. And number 10, we got Devon the Chain, then Anthony Richardson, then Brian Branch, then Bijan Robinson, then Sam Laporta, then Devin Witherspoon, then Christian Gonzalez, then Puka Nakua, then Jalen Carter, then CJ Stroud. Now I would do my top 3 would definitely be CJ Stroud, Puka Nakua, and then Devin Witherspoon, the quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks, because he's a monster.
Yeah.
He's a freak. I'll put Bijan in the top 5. I like Christian Gonzalez. I will move him down too because he is injured. So
I don't have a problem with that look. I think it's good the way it is. But I probably would move that receiver up because his impact. I'm looking at impact, right? That impact on that team, though, he's made a big difference.
Impact. Yep, I agree as well. I agree as well. Next, we got some pictures. NFL beef of the week is going to be really, really quick. I'll just do a recap. And Aaron Rodgers was on his best friend show, the Pat McAfee show, and he's talking about Travis Kelce, and he called him Pfizer boy, Mr. Pfizer boy, or something. And then Travis Kelce did respond to it today. Was like, I didn't know I was going to be in a vaccine war with Aaron Rodgers, Mr. Pfizer versus Mr. Johnson and Johnson. And he called him Mr. Johnson and Johnson is because Aaron Rodgers does have a partnership with the Johnson and Johnsons. So it's a little funny, quick beef, but it's still funny.
Let me ask you a question. Aaron Rodgers playing that game.
Oh,
Do you think the refs would not call the calls they called?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think he commands a certain level of respect from the refs. And I think that if he was in the game, it wouldn't have happened.
There is one. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm saying maybe it would have, but I just feel like it's too much of a, I don't want to say a coincidence, but they Aaron Rodgers would have been like, yo, y'all calling stupid plays. Like, don't do that. You know, like, let's not do that. I'm surprised he didn't address it. Surprised he didn't address it.
One more thing I did not add to my notes, but I'll add it right now that we definitely need to speak about because it burnt Frank's biscuits the other day. Was on the speak. Shady McCoy had said some words about Bill Belichick's legacy taking a hit and that he had some not so nice things to say. And Frank also has not so nice things to say as well. And the messages about Shady McCoy's comments. I think with Achu and I think Joy, they were agreeing with him with the but I would like to say that he's wrong. So I'll pass it to Frank if he wants to recap what was said, since that is his head coach, his team. We'll let Frank speak first and then I'll speak after. So if you want to recap what Shady McCoy basically said and then your response to it.
He basically said to stop putting Andy Reid and Bill Belichick in the same conversation as Andy Reid, because Andy Reid is better than him and he's the greatest head coach of all time. That Andy Reid, everywhere he goes, he turns the team around, they're winners, and so forth and so forth. He's been saying this. And you know, people need to put things in perspective. Andy Reid, I want to say drafted him into the league. I don't know when Shady McCoy started playing running back for the Eagles, but I'm gonna look it up now. 2009. Okay, so he definitely drafted him because Andy Reid was still the head coach of the Eagles at that time. So up until he won the Super Bowl, Andy Reid had the most wins for a head coach that did not win a Super Bowl in the Super Bowl era. That means he couldn't make it. Andy Reid in Philadelphia went to the NFC Championship 4 times, lost 3 times and won once, and then lost to the Patriots in the Super Bowl. That's the big Super Bowl where T.O. had broke his ankle, came back to play, was, you know, him and McNabb had the fallout, that part right there. When he got to the Chiefs in 2013, I want to say the Chiefs went 11-5 that year. And
give me a thumbs up.
Yeah, it does it. I don't know why. That's an update. So I want to say that they had a winning season already. Like the Kansas City Chiefs wasn't a bad team. They probably was missing a few pieces. So if I look back, I said 2015, 14? They went 9-7. Look, even if you go 2012, 2013, 11-5. 14, 9-7, 15, 11-5, 16, 12-4, 17, 10-6, 18, 12-4, 19, 12-4. When did they win the Super Bowl?
2020.
In 2019. They won in the 2019 season.
Oh, 2019.
So and I said, see them.
And they won February 2020, so the 2019-2020 season, and then they won again and this past year. So
let's look at something real quick. Hold on, because see, and I'm mad because Shady's not going to see this, but he's you know, he be putting it in his mouth too much. You got to pause. So he went in 2013. So in 2013, right? So I'm gonna be fair, because if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. They was 11-5, 11-5 and 13, 9-7 and 14, 11-5, 12-4. Now before that, the last winning season they had was 2010, and they had 7-9 and 11 and 2-14 and 12. But I don't know the roster in 13. But they had a roster. He had Alex Smith. Andy Reid was the head coach. Jamal Charles was the running back, I want to say.
Chelsea was tight end.
Let me see. You had passer was Smith, Alex Smith. So look, you had Smith, you went 11-5, 9-7, 11-5, 12-4, 10-6, and then Mahomes took over. And then when Mahomes took over, that's when you finally won your first Super Bowl, and it was in 2019 where you won it, and then you won it again in 2022 season. So how is he any different than Bill Belichick? Belichick didn't start winning Super Bowls as a head coach until
he got Brady.
And he drafted Brady. So it wasn't like, and granted, Brady didn't win the first few Super Bowls, the defense did. All he did was manage the game, kick a field goal, they won by 4 points, whatever it was. It wasn't like he did what he did against the Falcons. But for you to say that Belichick can't be put in the same sentence, yes, he can, bro. He can. And we're not even looking at his seasons with the bro, look, 5-11 in 99. Then 11-5, 11-5, 12-4, 12-4, 13-3, 6-10 in 05. Like he was 8-8 in 2007, 9-6 and 8, 8-8 and 11, 4-12 in 2012. He went 4-12. Like you had a losing season. Yes, Belichick hasn't had the most success without Brady. But to sit there and say that he can't be put in the same sentence when without Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid has not won a Super Bowl. He couldn't do it, Alex Smith. He couldn't do it, McNabb. So why are we sitting here making it seem like he's better than Belichick because he's winning? No, get out of here, bro. Like you got to sit down. You got to sit down. So you go. I'm good now. He's a bum. McCoy's a bum.
I agree with everything that you say. I do. I disagree with everything that he said. I really do. That's just I'm gonna keep it that short. You summed it all up. But yeah, we'll do that's our other beef of the week, Shady McCoy versus Franklin Pereira.
He's again, and Joy Taylor's another one. Like when she talked about Baker Mayfield, I was so upset about that. You're making it seem like Baker sucks, like Baker's horrible. You know, it's not fair that he never had the consistency of the coaching. Give Baker Mayfield Andy Reid with consistency and watch what he does. Give him Sean McVay. Give him Kyle Shanahan. Give him these offensive coaches and watch what he does.
All right, now we got some pictures. I'm gonna put June's picture up first. So he said he basically wanted to put this up since Frank keeps talking about stats. So these were Jalen Hurts stats in the 2022 season: 1,120 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 66.7 completion percentage, 99.64 passer rating, 205 rushing yards, 4 rushing touchdowns. And so far this season, 2023, he's had 959 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 67.7 completion percentage, 92.4 passer rating, 134 rushing yards, and 3 rushing touchdowns.
So hold on. I don't know why he's showing this. Why is he?
And he said, can you show this because he keeps bringing stats up?
Yeah,
I think.
Okay.
I think because you like to say that he's not the same as he was last year, which I agree. I disagree with you on that. I think the team as a whole isn't the same as they were last year.
Correct.
Not just Jalen Hurts. I feel like he's still phenomenal. He's still a great quarterback.
Yes.
But I think with the new offensive coordinator and a new defensive coordinator, they're having a slow start. Yes, they're winning games, but I don't necessarily think it's Jalen Hurts' fault.
So what I'm going to say is this. His numbers are comparable to last year, okay? So that means he's not too far off from his play from last year, right?
No, but we're only in week 5, and that's what he's accomplished so far versus his 2022 season.
But now look at his numbers from 2021 to 2022.
I'm pulling it up.
I bet you it's an increase. Let me look it up.
I have it up right now.
Okay.
Okay. So let's circle. Okay, there we go. Okay, so in 2021, no, I don't want that one. I want 2021. Oh, I got it. No, I don't. Hold on. Give me 1 second, Frank.
No, it's all good. I got it right here. For the total season in 2021, he went 8-7, right? He had 3,144 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. We're not even talking rushing. So he played 15 games that year. In 2022, he played 15 games again. He's 14-1. He threw for 3,700 yards, 22 touchdowns to 6 interceptions only.
Oh, I think all right, so I think this picture is his first 3 weeks or first 4 weeks in 2022, and that's his
So
first.
I can go and dive into it. What I'm trying to tell June, because he's a delusional Eagles fan. He's like the delusional Cowboys fans. He's not a realist when it comes to his team. He's a bias. When you compare him to his play to other quarterbacks in the league right now, so we compared him to Brock Purdy. Right now, Jalen Hurts is ranked number 13 in passing yards. Total. 13. That means you got Sam Howell, Tua, Matthew Stafford, Kirk Cousins, CJ Stroud.
DJ.
Justin Fields, Justin Herbert, Josh Allen, Jared Goff, and Brock Purdy, Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, all above Jalen.
Why'd you emphasize Russell Wilson?
Because we're going to get back to that, right? Russell Wilson gets criticized, but his numbers are not bad. Is the team isn't playing well, right?
Preach.
Now you go and that's yards. If we go to completion percentage,
preach.
Jalen Hurts is 15 in completion percentage. Jimmy G, Geno Smith, Sam Howell, Danny Dimes, which he calls Donnie Dimes, Kirk Cousins.
June don't know how to pronounce people's names.
Exactly. Baker Mayfield, Joshua Dobbs, Justin Herbert, Tua, Dak, Brock Purdy, Lamar Jackson, and Josh Allen are all ranked above him. Let's go to touchdowns in the season. Oh, shit. Where's Jalen Hurts at? Number 13. You have Kirk Cousins, Justin Fields, Russell Wilson, Josh Allen, Tua, Patrick, Jordan Love, Baker Mayfield, Justin Herbert, Jared Goff, Sam Howell, CJ Stroud, Geno Smith, Jimmy G is tied with. So Geno, Jimmy, and Jalen Hurts are all tied. Oh, he's also tied with Mac Jones and Brock Purdy for the touchdowns on the season.
And what number was CJ Stroud?
CJ Stroud was tied up for 10th with Jared Goff, Sam Howell, and him. So and then if you look at interceptions, so far Jalen's thrown what?
3.
He threw a total of 6 last year. 6 last year.
In 17 games.
Exactly.
8 times 3. So he's on a path to throwing about 12, 11 touchdowns or interceptions.
Exactly. The team is winning. There were games last year that they were winning because he was winning. So that's why I'm saying he's not playing. Yes, the numbers are comparable. Bravo Zulu for a job well done. There you go. He got 3 rushing touchdowns this year, 4 last year around the same time. His pass rating about the same. When I say that he's not the same, the team is not the same. That defense ain't the same. My problem with June is it's always an excuse. Last year when they lost Super Bowl, it was the defensive coordinator that lost in the game.
But it was. But you can say it was. It was. Everybody says it. Jalen Hurts did his job. Did he or did he not? He did. Next question.
I'm not arguing that.
But it was.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that.
You can't call him Delulu for saying that because that was the truth.
Well, no, because here recently they struggled and he blamed the defensive coordinator again. It's a new defensive coordinator. Is what I'm saying. When are you going to blame the gameplay? When are you going to blame it on the players? We all know that he outplayed Mahomes in the Super Bowl. We all know that. And we all know
he has a crush on Jalen Hurts.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not debating Jalen Hurts. If anything, last year, what let him down was the defense. How do you have a defense that puts up 70 sacks in the season and can't get to Mahomes with a high ankle sprain? I'll wait. I don't give a fuck what play the coach is calling. They have a middle linebacker with a green button in the back to call audibles. You know what I'm saying? We all talk about players like Nikki likes to say, oh, Trevor needs to play better. He's on his 3rd year. That's not an excuse no more. They had veteran players on that defense. To make the plays that needed. This year, let's do this. What if, I'm gonna play the if game, what if the Commanders, instead of going into overtime, would have took advantage of the defense being tired and got the 2-point conversion, then they would have beat them. What would have been the excuse then?
The defense. That would have been his excuse.
The coaching,
been
right?
The defense.
The coaching didn't call it right. Come on, no. But when they winning, he's not saying nothing about the coaching. And we all know it. Last year, this happened last year. Their first loss came to the Commanders. The week prior to that, they almost lost to the Texans. The only issue was that the Texans could not throw the ball and get the first down, but they could rush the ball. The following week, Heineke, they're out there, run the ball, pass when you need to, they beat the Eagles. All I'm saying is the team is not the same, and you can show me these stats all you want. But now let's look at projections. At the rate that he's going, he's going to have double what he had in interceptions by the end of the season.
Yeah, but also you also got to put it on. I never put every single interception on the quarterbacks, because what if the wide receiver didn't run the route right?
Correct.
Or
right.
What if the defense, like you never know what these defenders are going to do.
A batted ball, a tap ball. And you're right. But the other point I was going to make is Jalen Hurts every year, we've given him credit is that he's improved every year. From his first year to his second year.
He's such a likable person. He's so calm. He's so poised.
Yeah.
He's not in the media. When he plays, he doesn't play dirty. He's not a dirty quarterback or anything of that nature. So we'll move on to the next one. So this is a shout out to my man. He's in the NFL Hall of Fame. Period. This was his jersey when they beat the Cowboys. So shout out.
Good win.
All right, so we have NFL league leaders after week 4. So completion percentage, we have Josh Allen with 74.8% completion percentage. Passing yards, Tua 1,306. Passing touchdowns, Kirk Cousins with 11. Interceptions, we have Jimmy G and Daniel Jones both tied with 6. Rushing attempts, we have Christian McCaffrey with 80. Rushing yards, we have Christian McCaffrey with 459. Rushing touchdowns, we have Mostert and Christian McCaffrey with 6. Receives, we have Nakua with 39 receptions. Receiving yards, we have Justin Jefferson with 543. Touchdowns, we have Tyreek Hill and Stephon Diggs, both tied with 4. Tackles, we have Zaire Franklin with 57. Sacks, we have Josh Allen, TJ Watt, and Khalil Mack tied with 6. Interceptions that the defense picked, we have Whitehead, Jesse Bates, and Bland all tied with 3. Field goals, we have Aubrey and Jake Elliott all tied with 13. And punt average, we have Michael Dixon with 53.5.
Hey, them 3 interceptions by Whitehead, that all came from Josh Allen that one game, huh?
Yeah, it was because remember the meme was like he threw 3 interceptions to number 3 for DeMar Hamlin. So that was his tribute.
Yeah.
So yep, that's a good list. It's a good list so far. Shout out to TJ Watt. Shout out to Nakua. Shout out to Diggs. I got him in fantasy. Who else I got in fantasy? That's it. Diggs. And Nakua. That's all I need. And I'm winning. They're literally my bread and butter.
Yeah. But listen, right. I'm happy for this young man. I never even heard of him, which is crazy. I wish I would have picked him up.
Right, yes. Their first win in week 1, they played the Seahawks, and he was going crazy. But I knew he was going to be a problem because when I went to the training camp, I was like, oh, yeah, that guy right there, he's going to be a problem.
That's right. You did go to training camp.
Yeah. So, yeah, I picked him up right away. I had to. He proved it. So this one is going to make you happy. It was a little throwback. What the NFL looked like 10 years ago. Passing leaders, we had Tom Brady, Phillip Rivers, Matt Ryan, Matthew Stafford, Drew Brees, and Peyton Manning. Rushing leaders, we have Marshawn Lynch, Adrian Peterson, Alfred Morris, Jamal Charles, Matt Forte, and Shady McCoy. Receiving leaders, we had Alshon Jeffrey, AJ Green, Demaryius Thomas, Calvin Johnson, Antonio Brown, Josh Gordon. And sack leaders, we had Junior, Cam Jordan, Mario Williams, Greg Hardy, Robert Quinn, and Robert Mathis. Back when the NFL was just like Christmas every day. When you see these names, I think of Christmas and Santa Claus.
And look at even LaShawn McCoy's there. Shady was nice. Even though I don't agree with his takes, whatever. But I give him credit as a player. He's dope. And And he does speak his mind for certain things, which I think is awesome. But look at this list of people, man. Peyton, Drew, Matthew Stafford's still playing. Matt Ryan's not. Flat Rivers gone. Brady's gone. McCoy's not playing. Forte's not playing. Charles is out. I think Alfred Morris is out. AP's out, and Marshall Lynch is all out. Gordon, we knew his troubles. Antonio Brown, we know his troubles. Johnson's in the Hall of Fame. Demaryius Thomas passed away, right?
Yeah. AJ Green just retired.
Just retired. Alshon Jeffrey, I think he's still playing. But look at all this stuff. And it's like, man, it was so different then. It was so different.
Football was completely different back in the day.
Yo, people talking about, oh, when there's no running back. There was a time Drew Brees didn't have a running back. That's why he had over 5,000 yards per game per season or something like that. You know, his numbers were ridiculous because he didn't have run game. Like, you know, it's just crazy how the league was so different. Now we're worried about. Imagine if they had. Look at these receivers and these quarterbacks.
Imagine if they played in today's game.
Exactly, with the way the rules.
No one would talk about Patrick Mahomes.
No, it wouldn't be. It'd be a landslide. These motherfuckers be throwing for 7,000 yards. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But we talked about that and how we remember watching some of the games back in the day with some of these quarterbacks, and you knew, man, like 2 minutes left, fourth quarter, they need to drive. And you could see the wheels turning. You know what I'm saying?
I knew Big Ben was going to do it. Right. Yeah. And like now it's like 2 minutes left, fourth quarter, you need a touchdown, they kick a field goal.
Yeah. He's like you looking like
that's literally how it is now, you know?
It's very disappointing.
We saw it on Thursday, you know? Why kick a field goal when you're down by a touchdown and 3 points? Go for the touchdown first, 2-point conversion, do a onside kick, try to get the ball back, boom, kick another field goal, you win the game. So they don't do that no more.
But everything's
onside kick. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, because to me, onside kicks aren't as useful and as big as they were back in the day. You down by a field goal, you down by a touchdown, right? You onside kicking.
But you know, that's because analytics. That's because numbers. So, you know, the herd talks about it, how analytics come into play so much now. Back in the day, Sean Payton you could say he essentially won that Super Bowl against the Colts by kicking that onside kick to start.
And they kicked the onside kick right before halftime.
Yep. He did that on purpose.
That was part of our most iconic Super Bowl plays.
Yep.
And Nikki called it mid.
Yeah, that's crazy. But it's mid because, to her, it's mid because what was so spectacular about it. But to us as the
changed the entire game. It changed the mindsets of the Colts. It changed everything about that game.
He was playing chess.
But still, I would say, regardless of analytics, when time is crunching like that, like an onside kick is very pivotal, especially when it's less than 2 minutes left of the game and you're down by one down by one drive.
Yeah, no, you're right. But I think it comes down to the coach experience, right?
If I was a coach, I'm onside kick everything.
Like, you know, to me, I would take advantage of it. I'm not going to do it all the time, but I'm going to do it to the person that is overthinking the play. So what I mean by that, you have coaches that respect another coach, right? So they're thinking like,
we know. McDaniels don't respect Sean Payton.
Yeah, so
that's. Yeah, so there's some people that don't respect each other.
Exactly. So I was gonna say like a Tom Coughlin and Bill Belichick. When they played each other, I think the reason that Coughlin had so much success against Belichick's defense in the Super Bowl is because he was out. He was
getting his mind.
Yeah, he knew
he was seeing what was making him comfortable. He was seeing what was making him comfortable and completely changed the mindset.
Yeah.
To make them uncomfortable. But I understand, you know, coaches want to respect each other, but at the end of the day, you want to win a game. If you're down by 7 and there's 2 minutes left, you throw that touchdown, go for 2, you get it, boom. If you don't get it, do that no, you can't do it. Yeah, no, you can't. So can you do an onside kick if you don't get the 2-point conversion?
Yeah, it's kickoff.
Okay.
It's kickoff.
Yeah.
The only problem is, see, so the timing was everything. I think on Thursday's game, they had so much time that if they would did it right, you could hold that onside kick because the defense was getting home on
But
the
I
other
also feel
side.
like they don't, because they don't practice it more. If you look at these onside kicks that they do now in the league,
Yeah,
they're kicking it directly to the opposing team, like
yeah,
directly in the hands of the opposing team. When the Vikings did it, they kicked it directly to Devontae Smith, directly to him, And I understand what the onside kick, once it hits that player's hand, they get tackled. The ball is more than likely to come out their hands because they have to go low to get the ball.
yeah.
But I would say still practice the onside kick because it's evident that the other team is going to get it the way they're doing it now.
There's no. Remember, see some of the kickers, they run up to it and they do that little back behind the leg kick
Yeah.
to get the ball to spin. I don't think you see much of that, and it probably goes back to what you're saying that they're not practicing it much to get it to do that. I think there has to be a certain level of comfortability between the kicker and kicking that ball to do all that. But I mean, creativity is the coach that's going to be creative and think outside the box. I would say about a good 80% of the time might come out on top with the win when it's successful because they're doing something that the other team is not anticipating. The Philly special, the Sean Payton with the onside kick in the Super Bowl, all that stuff that you see, it's like if it works, it's iconic, right? If it doesn't, it's a judgment call. It's like, oh, look, he's stupid. He wasted. But they worked and they changed the trajectory of the game to a point where here we are years later talking about it.
All
So
right. All right. Next one, top 10 stadiums in the NFL per athletic. So at number 10, we have the Steelers. Number 9, we have the Broncos. 8, Falcons. 7, Raiders. 6, Chiefs. 5, Seahawks. 4, Cowboys. 3, Packers. 2, Los Angeles. And then 1, the Vikings.
well,
What is out of this list of the top 10, what is your dream stadium that you attend
that I want to attend.
that you've never been to yet?
Well, I've never been to any of these. So if I had to pick where I want to go first, I'm not saying this because it's you on the call. I would say Steelers.
Oh, period.
After
That's
that,
such a great stadium. I love
yeah,
it.
it'd be Steelers. Then after that, I'll probably go Packers because
And Nicole.
yeah, I love the Pack. I think the Packers are dope. I was a big Vince Lombardi fan. After that, I probably do Broncos, and then it'll probably be then it'll probably be Raiders, Falcons, Rams, Cowboys, then Vikings, Chiefs, and close it out. And this thing, Seahawks too. I would like to go. I want to see the outside ones and leave the indoor ones for last. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason is because Raiders, Falcons, Rams are all fairly, and the Cowboys are all fairly new. So they're going to be like state of the art everything. You know what I'm saying? Where you go to the Steelers, the Broncos, Seahawks, and Packers, that's all outside, and Chiefs is outside. So it's a little different feeling. But yeah, that's how I see it. I mean, what about you?
For me, I've been to the Steelers Stadium. I've been to SoFi. I love SoFi. SoFi is great. Out of this list of the ones I haven't been to, I would love to go to the Viking Stadium. I would also love to go to the Raiders Stadium so bad. I've been to Atlanta Stadium, but it was for a college football game. But it's still a really, really nice stadium. I went when Florida State played Alabama in 2017. But I would also like to go to the Packers and the Seahawks. I really don't care too much about the Chiefs or the Cowboys Stadium, and the Broncos would also be nice. But the Chiefs and Cowboys, I really don't care to go to their stadiums, but I will if I have to once I make it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's one of the things where I probably say visit Nikki, and while I'm there, if I can catch a game, I'll go to the game.
I'll only go for Nikki too. That's the only reason I would go because Nikki's there.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to visit every stadium, all 32 of them. I already visited MetLife, and yeah, I think MetLife. That was the only one I've been to. I can go to the Redskins or Ravens game, but um, yeah, that'd be nice to see all of them.
All right, 2 gotta go. Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp, Max Kellerman, and Colin Coward.
Um, ooh, this is hard. I like the herd. Max can go, and Shannon's gonna have to go.
For me, it would be Max and Colin gotta go.
What? Are you crazy?
I love Shannon and Steven, and especially them together now. I'm obsessed with it. I'm so obsessed with those two together now on First Take.
I
So,
really don't watch their show. I watch Undisputed. I like the herd. The herd. I like the herd too much. I think he speaks. I think his takes are very solid. He's very. I think a lot of stuff he says is true, or it comes to be true. He also has his other platform on Volume with Shannon Sharp, Cluck Shay Shay, signed a deal with the herd under his own production, or I don't know what label what he has exactly, but I listened to his takes on his own, the Volume or the Vault or something like that. It's V. It has a V on it. I like it. I like the herd. I like the herd. I actually listen to his stuff even when I'm driving. If it's on, I listen to it. Or I'll try to watch it. Very entertaining. He's very. I feel like his takes are very factual, or at least he has evidence to support it. He's been screaming about defensive coaches as head coaches are not good for rookie quarterbacks. He's been kind of proving it. I like him. I do. If you say 2 have to go, then yeah, I'm Steven's been in the league, but in the game as a sports analyst for so long, you can't get rid of him. So I would have to go with Max and Shannon, but that's because I like the herd. I like Colin. I think Colin is dope.
all right. Now we're gonna play our game that I have for you, and then after that, we're gonna do our picks, and we'll get the other team's pick. The rest of our crew members. All right, give me 1 second. Let me pull it up. They're easy games though. It's not too extravagant. It's kind of fun. All right. So the first one, they're just questions. Okay. Let me find my first one. All right. This one's going to be a little easy. All right. What does Devontae Smith, Christian McCaffrey, and Gronk all have in common?
Gronk, Mac, CMC, and Devontae Smith. Touchdowns in a game. What?
You get 3 guesses, so that was your first guess. Don't look it up either.
No, my hand's right here. I'm not. I can't. That's too much. Damn, I don't know.
What does Devontae Adams, Christian McCaffrey, and Gronkowski all have in common?
They receive. They go both catch balls.
No.
Devontae Smith is black. He's not white, so you can't say that. They didn't grow up in Buffalo like he did. They don't have 4 Super Bowl rings or 3 like he does. So
what does Devontae Adams, Christian McCaffrey, and Gronkowski all have in common?
They're offensive players. I don't know. He said it's not touchdowns in a game.
No.
Receiving yards through the first 4 weeks? I don't know.
No. So what does Gronkowski, Devontae Adams, and Christian McCaffrey all have in common? They've all caught a touchdown pass from Jimmy Garoppolo.
Devontae Smith?
Devontae Adams.
Oh, Adams.
I kept saying Adams.
Yeah, my bad. I don't know why I thought Smith. I probably wouldn't even guess that anyway. Don't worry about it, because I wasn't even thinking about Jimmy G.
They've all caught a touchdown pass from him. All right. Now, there's 5 quarterbacks, right? Besides Brady, which other 5 quarterbacks have had the most fourth quarter comebacks?
Eli?
Nope.
No?
Mm-mm.
Eli Manning.
Mm-mm. No.
Mahomes.
No.
Derek
Sorry,
Carr.
top 5.
Derek Carr. Damn, bro. Peyton Manning?
Yep,
Big
Peyton Manning's
Ben. Big Ben's on
Big
there.
Ben's number
2. Drew Brees.
2. Drew Brees is number 4.
To fourth quarter comebacks?
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers?
Nope.
So we got Big Ben, Peyton, Drew
Mhm.
Brees.
Yep. So you have Peyton, Big Ben, Drew Brees is number 4. You're missing 3 and 5.
Phillip Rivers?
No.
Okay. Are we going far back? Like back?
No, we're not at all.
And you said Patty Mahomes ain't one.
No.
I'm trying to think, man. You said Derek Carr's not up there.
Mm-mm.
Kirk Cousins?
No. You want the answer?
Yeah, because I'm not gonna guess it.
Andrew Luck and Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about them. I should have
Andrew
said
Luck
Matthew
was number
Stafford
3.
first.
Matthew Stafford is number 5.
I should have said Matthew Stafford because he was always coming from behind. Pause.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So there are 7 teams. Okay.
Mhm.
There are 7 teams with multiple letters in their logo. Can you name all 7 in their logo?
Multiple.
Yeah, so
letters?
more than one letter in their logo. So you got to name 7.
Patriots?
In their logo. Like, think of their logo.
Like this?
Yes. Is there any letters in that logo?
No. Oh, 49ers.
Okay, 49ers is 1. No, yes, they have the SF. Yep, 49ers. Yep.
They got 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Steelers have logos. Yeah, the Steelers have it.
Steelers, yep.
The Rams don't.
Yes, they do for LA. That's more than one letter.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm thinking about Rams. I'm not thinking about the thing.
Yes.
Chargers then?
Chargers don't have letters in their logo.
What about Titans?
No, they only have a T.
So it has to be multiple letters?
Yes, more than one
So
letter.
New York.
Yep, the New York Giants.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then the Jets do too.
Jets. Okay. That's 5. You're missing 2 more.
Bro, this is a headache. Raiders?
Raiders. That's 6. You're missing 1 more. I'm gonna give you a hint. It's 2 letters. And their main color is red.
Cardinals?
No.
Oh.
They have a bird.
You said what?
They have a bird.
And it's Cardinal. No, it's Falcons?
No, they have a bird as well. They just have a bird. It's Kansas City. KC.
They do?
Yeah, it's the arrow with the KC in the middle.
Oh yeah. Okay. I wasn't even thinking about them.
All right.
That's the worst.
Now, huh?
That was the worst.
Now there's two more. Okay. Can you name the 6 NFL teams with orange in their logo?
Browns,
Okay, that's one.
Bengals,
That's two.
Steelers.
We don't have yellow.
Oh, you have yellow, but not orange. Okay, you said
Oh,
orange.
we don't have. We don't have orange. We have yellow. Yes.
Broncos.
Broncos. Yep, they have the orange fire coming up the horse's hair.
All right, so we got Broncos, we have Bengals, we have Browns. Commanders.
No, they don't have yellow, or they don't have orange. They have garnet.
The Bears.
Yep, the Bears' whole logo is orange. Okay, so you got Bears.
How many teams is it?
6.
6? Shit. The Jags?
No.
Cardinals.
No.
Vikings.
No.
I don't know, girl. Oh, the Dolphins.
Dolphins have orange. Yep.
That's
5. You have one more. Now this one, it's very tiny. It's a very tiny football in your logo. That's your only hint.
It's a very tiny football in their logo.
The football in their logo is orange. Hence their creamsicle throwback uniforms.
Oh, you said that before. You did. Cause you said you liked the way they look. Oh man. The Bucks?
The Bucks.
Okay.
Good job, Frank.
I had to think about that, man, because I remember talking about it, and you was like, you like it.
Now, this is the last one. Okay. There are 4 NFL teams with a star in their logos.
You got the Steelers, got the stars.
Nope, those are diamonds.
Oh, the diamonds? Okay. Well, Cowboys?
Cowboys is one. Okay.
You said 4 teams? Whoever the fuck ever thinks about shit like this? The Texans?
Yes.
The Patriots?
Yes.
You said 4? The Jags?
No, they're not a star.
A star. We got Cowboys, Patriots. Who else I said? Texans. Man, I don't know. Who's the last one?
The Titans. They have the stars around the team.
Never. I'm not talking to you no more.
Wait, you said, who the fuck comes up with this shit? I was staring at your shirt and I was hoping he was going to say your team because you have a star directly in your logo. All right. And last we have is our week 5.
All right, let's do this.
And we'll get the rest of our co-hosts later. So we already picked the Thursday night game. All right. So next we have Ravens at Steelers.
I'm gonna go Ravens. If the Steelers would have been playing like normal, I would have probably went Steelers, but they hit or miss and they're killing me in fantasy. So
I'm picking Pittsburgh because secret, I'm gonna be calling plays from my living room.
Got you.
All right, next we have Jaguars and Bills.
So I was initially gonna go Jags on this because they've been there the whole time. But after seeing what they did to the Dolphins and seeing that the Jags have been struggling, I'm gonna go Bills.
I'm gonna go Bills as well. Okay, next we have Texans at Falcons.
I'm going Texans.
I'm going Texans as well. Next, we have Panthers at Lions.
I was gonna go Panthers, but I'm going Lions at home. They're favored by 9.5 points.
I'm going Lions as well because I'm starting golf because Chargers got a bye week. Next, we have Giants at Dolphins.
Dolphins. I think they're favored by 30 points. Let me see. They favored by 12.5 points. That's crazy. The over-under is 47.
Under 47.5.
Oh.
I'm going Dolphins as well. Next, we have Saints at Patriots.
So I'm gonna go with the home team. They have it even. So I'm gonna go Patriots at home. I don't know if Carr's playing or not, but I think they can keep it close. Well, I hope they can.
Next, we have Eagles at Rams. I'm gonna go Rams for the upset.
This is where I'm on the fence, right? I'm so on the fence because I think the Rams can do it. I honestly think the Rams could upset them. So you know what? I'm gonna go on a limb. I'm gonna go Rams. I'm gonna go Rams at home, even though the Eagles are favored by 4 points.
Next, we have Bengals at Cardinals. I'm gonna go Josh Dobbs. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go Cardinals. Like, they almost beat the 49ers. They beat the Cowboys, and they kept it close with the who they just played this past week. 49ers, yeah.
I'm going Bengals because I'm a glad for punishment. I would be so mad Sunday. I'm just gonna be throwing shit.
What if the Cardinals upset the Bengals? It's over for the Joe Burrow.
That's it. They need to bench him for the year and let him heal.
Next, we have Jets at Broncos.
I'm actually gonna go Jets on this one. I think Zach Wilson, they can put it together. Broncos are 0-2 at home, and Jets are 0-1 away. So I mean, I think Zach, even though the Broncos are favored by 2.5 points, but that's just the home advantage.
And then we have Chiefs at Vikings.
I'm going Chiefs. I don't see nothing from the Vikings that would make me want to pick otherwise.
I'm gonna go Vikings. Then we have Cowboys at 49ers. I'm going 49ers.
I'm going 49ers as well. And I hope it's a blowout too.
And then on Monday, Toby, what are you doing?
See, this is tricky for me, man, because the Raiders at home, Packers.
Yeah, Raiders and Packers. I'm gonna go Packers.
You going Packs? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Raiders. I'm gonna go Raiders. Go with the home team.
I think we picked every single game except for the Cardinals, Vikings, and Packers.
Yeah.
What happened?
I'm making a big chance. All right. Well, let me go ahead and say my piece so you can say yours. Hey, another week in. A lot to cover. We did it in some good time. Next week we'll have everybody together, and we'll be able to record together and have everybody's point of view. June, I'll wait for you to take you on again next week. I hope your team doesn't play too bad, because if not, it's gonna be easy for me to win that one. But yeah. So next week. Sure. No, I was gonna say, is me or that's or you? Or you
no, I was about to go. Look at this.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at my mic? That's nasty.
I'm
gonna wash my fuzz.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wash it. Get away from that. So also, incredible week, great week. I hope everyone stays safe. We got football tomorrow with college, and we also have Sunday coming up. All football on Sunday. Have a safe week. Stay hydrated. And thanks for listening to Frank Presents a Play Call. Don't forget to follow us on all our socials, show us some love, and leave some reviews on Apple Podcasts. Bye.